right, all right, all right. Wait a minute. Let's get this thing on and popping, my bad people. Now we're ready. Hope y'all can hear me. All right, man. I'm gonna jump right into this because this is gonna be for people who watch back and everything. Some people come in and catch this live, and we'll talk about what we got going on. So I'm broadcasting this from my fragrance channel, No Cap Fragrance Reviews, but this will be posted to my podcast channel, Wayne's World, the Cast, where we discuss all things in the world today, hip hop, sports, just I discuss it all. And today is going to be no exception to that. Welcome to the chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, so what's going on, people who joining in right now? This right here, unfortunately, we're not talking about fragrance today, but I mean, if y'all have any questions about fragrances, I will get into it. I felt compelled to jump on here. So, I mean, for those of you who don't know, like I said, I do have a podcast called Wayne's World, the Cast, that you can go join that channel as well on YouTube on here, but I'm broadcasting from here and it will be posted there. But I just want to jump on here real quick to talk about some NBA action, man. Y'all know it's going down. We are in the second round of the playoffs and all that good stuff. And as you've seen the title here, the main thing I want to know is why in the hell do the Denver Nuggets, and I guess you could say Denver Nuggets and the Timberwolves, but who does it help more, get such a long break? The last time they played was on Monday. Now, I get that they played their game 3 on Monday, so they were a little ahead of some of the other teams. But you had New York played, they played their game 2 on Monday, so they were a little ahead. So you had New York and the Pacers played their game on Wednesday. Now they're playing the first game on Friday, one game in between, and the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets haven't played since Monday. Today is Friday. That's 4 days. What are they doing? Y'all don't, come on, man. Don't put blinders on to the bullshit. They are trying to get ample time. They don't want Joker to go out like that, y'all. Everybody knows that Minnesota got a foot on their neck and the momentum is on Minnesota. And now you give the defending champions all this time to figure it out. Come on, bro. Okay, some people may argue and say they had to travel from Denver to Minnesota. That's longer than going from New York to Indiana. But it's not 4 days long. Come on, man. Let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? And with the time zone change or whatever, them playing in Minnesota, they don't really have to have the late game because Indiana and Minnesota not that far apart. Like, they could have played their game first and they'd be second. My point is just the fact of the long break. Make it make sense. How is it that, and New York should feel some kind of way about this. I mean, they had some little injuries and things going on with their team. Brunson strained his ankle or calf or something the other day. So they need at least 2 days in between. Why not let them play on Saturday? Now you got New York playing again today on Friday. And once again, Denver and Minnesota haven't played since Monday, bro. That is crazy to me. So now if they come out with a whole, they figured it out, whole new ball game and win this game, which, I mean, I know they back us against the wall, so they may came out and going to win this game. Anyway, who knows? But my thing is they're helping them out with this momentum thing right here. And then I also want to talk about, should Joker really have won the MVP? Now, don't get it wrong. His stats are astonishing, as always. You know what I'm saying? He's averaging almost 27 points a game, almost 13 rebounds. Almost 13 rebounds and 8 assists or something like that, almost 9 assists. Knocking on triple doubles I get that. But is being MVP about packing the stats or basically impact on your team? Now, I know that without Joker, Denver is not who they are. But without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma City is not who they are. You know what I'm saying? They are an all-around team. But if you look at the difference in what the team did prior year to what they did this year, I feel like that's a major jump, and the value of that player sticks out more compared to what Oklahoma City did last year, playoffs, and them being, last year in the regular season, and them being number one, and now in the second round of playoffs. That is a masterful accomplishment, and I think there is no way that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should not have received more votes than what he did. It wasn't even close. He got like 15 to 70 some votes. Joker won by a landslide, and there's something wrong with that. Who's voting? I don't like to bring, it's too easy for people to bring race in or whatever. But you speak to the doggone elephant in the room. It's like when we know that, and I'm not trying to be funny, that basketball is an African-American dominated league for the most part. The best players and all that kind of stuff, the more athletic, whatever the case is. There's some great Caucasian-American players and everything. I'm not taking that away. Joker, one of them. But as soon as they can give a reason or justify making an MVP out of one of their Caucasian great players, they are going to do it, i.e. Kobe being snubbed at least one, but I would say 2 times for the MVP race because of this factor. And I don't like it if it hasn't changed. Like I said, can't take away from the stats that Joker had put up, but does he deserve MVP? It goes even into the WNBA. It goes into what's going on right now with the Caitlin Clark situation. She is a great player, but they didn't jump behind some of these other people like that. And don't get me wrong, you got Diana Taurasi, all these young white ladies that were good as well, and Caitlin may be better than them. Yeah, she has a polarizing type style of play. But let me say this. She did not get as hyped or to be said that she is changing the league before this person right here that I'm going to name, who is the one that really, really changed the game in the college basketball with let me get it right, the women's college basketball and leading into the WNBA, and that is Angel Reese. She is the one that really took that organization, that NCAA women's basketball by storm and brought attention. The way that she brought the little sass, the edginess, the toughness, the pretty girl vibes, the Barbie thing, all of that resonated to more views. Now, Caitlin Clark was doing her thing, but it wasn't until the March Madness when they beat the South Carolina, she pulled a little stunt and all that kind of stuff. And when Angel Reese made her a victim by beating her ass in that national championship and then doing the ring thing and everything, and everybody feeling like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. Now Angel Reese was a villain and now Caitlin's this. That made her blow up. You can argue with me if you want. Give me the fucking facts, and then I'll listen. But I'm telling you, that's how it went down. And I really think watching this, I'm flipping back over to the NBA right now, and we got to talk about Anthony Edwards. Y'all know I'm a Lakers fan. Y'all know I've been a Kobe fan. I'm Mamba for life, baby. And I haven't had a favorite player since Kobe. Didn't think one was coming up. I just watched my Lakers, and I saw talk about some players are pretty good. But this guy, man, I see shades of Kobe and the GOAT, Michael Jordan. And I know he don't like it. He said he don't like it, but who don't like being compared to the greats? But he's humble enough to say don't compare me to the greats. I don't deserve it yet. That makes me like him even more. Anthony Edwards has that edge. He has that killer instinct that we look for. He has that athleticism. He just plays the game the right way. He methodically and detailedly, that's not a word, but in detail, gets his points. And you look at the last results and be like, wait a minute, he had 40-something? Because he does it in just such a fashion that he's breaking them down before they even realize they have been broken. I love watching them play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that this stage right now is really showing and giving him that. And he talked about how going to the world championships and everything, the FIBA world basketball stuff really led him to being able to develop like this. And I hearken it to say the resemblance of when Jordan took over the league, when the reins was given to him, when the torch was passed, so to say, by Bird and Magic, was in 1992, the Olympics, right after Jordan had won his first title. And he came in basically letting them know there was a new sheriff in town. And they humbly passed the torch. I see that happening all over again. Anthony Edwards could very well win his first championship this year. Because if he gets done with Denver, OKC or Dallas, I can't see him beating them. And then with whatever happens in the East, if Boston don't get Porzingis back, then they limp into the finals if they make it, if they get past Cleveland and those guys or whatever. Whoever comes out the East, I feel like is going to fall to whoever's in the West anyway. So I say that to say, look at history, look at the basketball gods, man, and it's amazing right now. This is the best part of NBA. It's been watered down. It's not what it used to be, but we have to find our wins where we can, and Anthony Edwards is one. If they come back and cheat this man, like, I don't understand how y'all break the momentum like that and space these games out like that. I don't understand what the NBA is doing. Like, how do you play Monday and you don't play again till Friday, and a team that just played Wednesday playing before you? It just makes no sense to me. But the second part of this video that we're tapping into is the distractions that we allow, and they take advantage of it. We are sheeple. All we looking for, our attention spans are like blah nowadays with the social medias and everything. All we do, the next quick thing, and we gone. Because people have been, for a whole month, they were Diddy. Diddy's going to jail. Diddy's house is being looked at. Diddy's trafficking. Diddy's doing this. Oh, it's come back. Diddy been doing gay shit for a long time. Diddy been taking this. He been taking that. Oh, Lord, Usher. Oh, everything was Diddy. Now we're wondering, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to see, where's it going? Are they going to arrest Diddy? What's happening? Then all of a sudden, radio silence. And why? Because now we got the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Drake dropping this track. They tried to drop so many diss tracks so that we could finally pay attention. It's like they were begging us, check this out. Wait, don't worry about that. Look at this. Hey, I'm Drake. I'm Kendrick. First it was Chris Brown, Quavo. That shit didn't work. Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Everybody's on this. Counsel Drake. He do. Oh Lord, they talking about his folks. Oh, he has no culture. All this kind of stuff. They are all 10 toes down on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing, and we act like the puffy shit ain't even happening. We good for distractions. I mean, even the Trump stuff that's going on, we just don't pay attention to none of this shit until bam, it blew up. And we be like, wait a minute. When did that happen? When you was worried about some dumb shit like Drake and Kendrick Lamar old asses beefing for no reason and doing fucking diss tracks. I mean, it was funny with Chris Brown and Quavo. They're a little younger, going over some bride or whatever. You can still kind of understand it with them. But this makes no sense. And one person said to me, it may simply be because they're trying to, I mean, you would think that Drake and Kendrick Lamar don't need the attention in the hip-hop world, but somebody said it's because these women out here killing it too. All you hearing is Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion and Sexy Red, wah, wah, but they are blowing up the airways right now, and they're getting all the attention and all that kind of stuff. And the hip hop guys are kind of like second fiddle right now. So are they drawing all this confusion and attention for that, or is it a distraction? Like always, we always fall for the distractions. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, there's a few people on here right now. Let's see. Do y'all got anything to say about this subject that I'm talking about right now? Talk to me, good people. And if y'all got anything, y'all want to know about some fragrances, I mean, that's going to come on Sunday as well. I'm going to go live and discuss that. But yeah, if y'all got anything to say, I'm more than welcome to talk about it. I want to know what your take on this. Does the league have a reason, and does it make sense for the Denver Nuggets to not be playing for 4 days? It just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. But we'll see what happens. I am definitely, I mean, they might say it's easy to say that a Laker fan is going to go for the team that's going beating up on Denver. All right, but I got to say, I'm just enjoying watching this guy play and how he's dismantling them. And I hope he does it again despite the long layoff or whatever. That, to me, only really helps the Denver Nuggets. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and discuss some of these topics. I will be doing a live on the cast, Wayne's World, every week. So y'all tune in and check in with me. Let's talk. Until the next one, I'll holler.